Greetings and welcome back to Switched to Linux. Well, I tried to put a curtain over that window over there, but it's still a lot of light back behind me, but it's better than it was. So, you know what I did not do today, guys? I did not actually put on the social accounts that we're actually looking at anything. So let me go ahead and post that right this second, and then we will get started on the show. So how's everybody doing? Let me know in the comments there, and I'll get these social links up. So AntiX 19 beta 3. Copy that and publish you. Publish you. Publish to crappy Twitter, because Twitter sucks. Post to you. Fostodon, that rocks. Reddit is like the worst modern website in the history of the universe, isn't it? You guys agree? Does Reddit suck these days? All right, now let me close these things so they don't rivet and beep and blip and whatever on me. All right, there we are. All right, so how is everybody today? We got David, always good info. Thank you, man. Andrew, hello, good afternoon to you. Seismiclot, hello. Non-rumor. I heard a rumor you were going to be here. Ooh, you're on vacation too. Sweet, very nice. Spernois. Good evening. Wish it could be beach time or something today. Vacation, given how hot it is today. Yeah, what is it? It's actually pretty cool here. Well, it's 68 here now. It's still pretty nice though. I actually had to keep windows closed in the house because it was just getting a little too cold. UK is on fire. Nice. Yeah. Arthur Thing, how's it going there? David, hello, how are you? All right, let's set my coffee over here. Chat machine broke again. What chat machine? Oh, CSS machine. Oh. Yeah, what I end up doing to fix mine is if I switched my YouTube on this computer to dark mode, that actually fixed the two errors I was getting. So switching to dark mode and then running my custom CSS worked for me. So yeah, I don't usually run the custom CSS on this stream, but you know, 90 there right now. Very nice, very nice. It's I think 68's a nice better temperature than 90 though. Michelangelo, still love your paintings. How's it going there? Or statues. I guess you do more statues. No, you do both, don't you? You do both. All right. Well, we're going to have a look at AntiX today. I think what we'll do is we will introduce it. I'm going to show you the installer because it's just such an easy installer. I like it. And then we will jump on into it. So with that, should we give it a few more minutes? Let's give it a few more minutes. Let me wait for my streaming clock to show up at 6. In about 6 minutes, then we are going to, then we'll go ahead and start. So in the meantime, let me know your thoughts. The privacy series is continuing. I have my script written for tomorrow's video. I'll get that out. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish that today. Those ones are very labor intensive, but we're doing web browsers next. And then I think we're going to shift gears and jump off of computers and talk about the rest of our life. But what other areas might we need to specifically talk about regarding the privacy in our life? Let me know, and that will continue. And when I run out of ideas, that will change that Sunday series, and we'll switch that over to something else. But let me know what you guys think. So tomorrow, again, is we're going to do a... we're going to be looking at web browsers, I hope. Depends if we have enough time to finish the thing. Those things take a boatload of extra time to cover. All right, so let me know about that. Also, let me know which distros we should have a look at next. I think I'm going to do I'm going to go ahead and dig in and do a review of Neptune OS soon, which is on Distro Watch right now. And let's see what else is over there. Did I do Voyager recently? I feel like I did Voyager recently, but I don't think I did. Mobile phones, that's a good idea. I like that one, mobile phones. Write that one down. I use like notepads and paper. It's not crazy. It's good today. We had a laugh yesterday because I let my hair down, as you can say, with some other lads of similar age in another YouTube community I'm part of. That was cool. All right. Chris Atkinson, greetings, especially with kids having mobile tablets these days. I think Monday we're going to have a special stream. It's going to be probably closer to the UK time, guys. So we're going to be kind of in the middle of the afternoon. And when I get everything confirmed, then we'll go ahead and announce that on the social media sites. So make sure you're following those if you can. And let me write down some of the other things I have. I think that's kind of where we're going right now. All right, new Netrunner. Okay. So yeah, on Distro Watch right now. Where's my web browser view? On Distro Watch, we have Simplicity, which is not a good distro. I mean, I've looked at that as like, we can look at it if we think we want to. I probably won't have a lot of good things to say about it. There's the Netrunner. There's Runtu, a Russian-based. Russian. It's very fast. LXLE. The thing is, I'm looking at this. I was talking to Benjamin Aldridge yesterday, and we're like, looking at this, like, there's too many distros, and there's nothing distinctive about really any of these. And it's kind of crazy. It's like LXLE. It's a modification of a modification of a modification of a modification. To what end? So it's kind of like what's really causing, what's really makes these come out and say, we are a distro. So some of them like AntiX, you can understand that. I mean, it's designed on portability to be used, online or offline to teach about Linux. I can get that. AntiX, what we'll look at today, Debian without systemd on a window manager. That's a little bit different. Neptune, it's, maybe we can say that this is a better functioning plasma Debian. I don't know. But I think there's too many of those floating around, and there's really not any serious distinctions between what they are. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Let's see. Speaking of which, I still need to update Farron OS. All right. We got a quorum. Let's go ahead and jump on into the main video. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, today I forgot to change my banner again, so we're going to stop and fix my banner, and then we'll come back in. It has been a crazy morning. It's been a really crazy morning, so look at my banner like, no, we're not on the weekly news roundup, just FYI. Wowzers. Oh, boy. All right. Yeesh. Mr. Banner, please change. All right, there we are. Now we have a better banner. I thought I was forgetting something. All right, let's try that again. Take two. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, today we are going to have a quick look at AntiX 19 Beta 3. This is just the beta release, but once we get into a Beta 3, we're pretty close to what the final release is going to be. There are a few little odds and ends that they're trying to resolve. And but what we're going to do here is, if you are new to this Linux distribution, we're going to talk a little bit about what it happens to be. So AntiX is based on Debian. So the 19 is based on Debian 10 Buster, the latest release of Debian that just has come out. So all these Debian distros are updating their code base to Debian 10. And this one does not have systemd. So if you are one of the people that does not want anything to do with systemd, this is going to be the distro for you. It also runs on a series of window managers, and so We don't have a full desktop environment set up, but you can run this on a very low spec PCs. In fact, I did acquire an old PC here, but it does turn out that it will not boot. So sad day. I wanted to see how AntiX actually worked on it, but I really can't, unfortunately. I could build a virtual machine of similar specs, but I don't know if it's going to be the same. But regardless, if we head on over here, one of the great things that they have here is that they are excellent to use as a live CD, whether we are doing live CDs or a live key with modifications, without, with persistence, or without. There's a lot of tools that make this a very logical choice to keep around if you need a basic live key laying around, maybe something to fix distributions or to carry around with you. I usually would use Tails for that, but you know, if you don't need something that connects to Tor and things like that, this would be an option. Of course, I do say that they would recommend at least 256 megabytes of RAM. Bonus. That's actually pretty good, but we do need 2.7 gigabytes of disk space. So I don't know, this produces in me cognitive dissonance because my very first computer had 32 megabytes of RAM, but 1.6 gigabytes of hard drive space. So I could not install this on my first computer from 1990s. So that is so sad. So I'm not sure we're going to revive that one. But that circa 2005 PC I had laying around, man, if I could get that thing to actually boot up, that would be epic. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's just the type of monitors I have. I don't know. Maybe I should just try the different monitors and things like that. Maybe I'll go down to the surplus store and buy one of those old monitors from that era. See if that actually causes it to work. Yeah, don't just bring it back if it doesn't. Say, hey, resell it. I don't care. Anyway, that would be fun to try. Let's see. And what else do we got? So, of course, this is the documentation about the AntiX 17. We're looking at the 19, which is the beta 3 right now. So it's based on Debian Buster. It is systemd free. Now, I'm not specifically systemd free. I have yet to see any compelling reason why I shouldn't run systemd. You know, NSA spy! I haven't seen evidence of that. Bloated! Maybe, but processors can handle that. I don't know. We do have, am I reading that right? That says kernel 4.9. Is that 4.9 or 4.19? I thought Debian was 4.19. But they do actually say they have an easy installer for, so I guess it is. I guess it is 4.9 because they do have kernels available for 4.19 and 5.2. So I'm not sure why we have such an old version of a kernel. I mean, that's about what I'm running on my Linux machine right now. So, you know. Let's see. That's your 32 and 64 full base kernels. So you can get this with for your 32-bit systems as well. So let's go ahead and jump on into having a look at the installer. And I want to show you what this guy looks like here. Okay, so here is our boot screen. So we have we have a safe mode, we have a VirtualBox video, fail-safe boot, a boot from hard disk, memory test, and switch to grub bootloader. So let's go ahead and boot into the first option, which will get you into your system here. All right, so here we are, and if I went through and selected the VirtualBox video, it might have actually booted this up into full screen. I'm just going to go into a terminal and change our screen size from here. This should work. Whoa, except I got to turn on my number lock, don't I? Maybe. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. I thought I did that. Okay, well, apparently it does not want to do that. let's just go ahead and install it. So the install is right here on the desktop. So when we boot this guy up, I thought I did that yesterday. Maybe I did that after I installed it. I couldn't remember. Anyway, so we were going to boot this guy up over here and click in the installer on the desktop, and we can change our keyboard settings. Of course, it already has it set to US, so I'm okay with that. So go ahead and hit next. We have the run partitioning tool. We can do a custom install on existing, or we can auto install to the entire disk. We can choose to encrypt it, and we can also choose to leave a certain amount of space open. So we're going to say yes, go ahead and do this. Now, what I like about it is it's starting to run the install on things even before I'm done setting everything else up. So we can decide where we install our grub menu. So if you do have extra hard disks in your computer, you can choose where to put it, what disk, what type of partition. So we're good with there. And then our computer name, that's just fine. If I were actually running this, then I would get to the point where I might want to choose what I wanted to do. Setting your system clock, so we can choose our 24-hour or our 12-hour time. We can select our time zones over here. So we're basically walking through all these settings while it's already in the middle of installing. Now we have our username set up. So let's just do... And then we're just going to do a super secret password. I'm changing my super secret password so I don't forget one again. I forgot one on those Debian installs, if you guys remember. That was fun. All right. And then we can show passwords. We can do auto logins. We can save live desktop changes. So anything that we changed on the desktop. So if I got into the desktop and I made any modifications, I can click on this button and it will save all of those to my installation. So go ahead and click on next. Now we cannot go next until this is done. There is going to be an extra step here that we have, but you can kind of see this is all real time how quickly this guy is installing. And we have all of our tips are done. Everything is good. So the fact that this installs so well on this virtual machine setup tells me it's probably going to give you a decent configuration, a decent ability to run on anything else that you're trying to install it on. Maybe that super wicked old computer might be a little bit longer. Now, according to the developers, this will actually also run very well on a USB 2 device. And that's actually pretty monumental because trying to run Linux distributions off of USB 2 devices is usually a little bit more difficult. So there we are. We didn't have to edit out the video or anything. We can automatically reboot the installer when we reboot the system when the installer is closed. So let's just go ahead and do that. And so here we are on the reboot process. So we're going to go ahead and hit enter, and this should kick the drive out of the virtual machine. And then as we boot up, now we are actually on our grub menu for this particular AntiX installer. So we'll go boot this guy up, and then we'll have a quick look. Okay, now this is one of the downsides is this login is quite a bit crazier. We don't have any mouse control. Tabs don't seem to do anything, so we have to actually type things, hit enter, type your password, hit enter. That's a little kind of goofy to me, but it might be a little bit goofy to you as well, but hey, that's kind of what it is. All right, so here we are on the main desktop, so it's nice and clean and simple. And of course, we are running window managers, and so we're not running full desktop environments. And this is what saves a lot of the memory. So right now we are using 0 to 1% of our CPU. And we are using 167 megabytes of RAM. So if you're looking for something super lightweight, hey, that's about as lightweight as you get. Now, you actually do have the choice of which Windows managers you are using. If you come over to your desktop, other desktops, see we have some Fluxbox options, we have ICE window manager options, and we have JWM. Now, I am not a Windows manager guy, so I have no earthly idea what these guys are. But I think this might be ICE. I wish it told me which one it was, but it can just kind of show you that when you change these guys, It's going to change your desktops around. Now, some of these actually do not have the context menu options, and so you want to be aware of that. So we can just kind of flip through these guys, decide where you want to see things at. So there's our rocks panel. I think that might be ice. Yeah, so ice is what we started on. So you actually have the ability over here also to turn on or off conky. So that's kind of our settings over here that'll tell us the information. So we'll go ahead and turn that on. We also have the rocks panel on or off. So this is a nice panel here where it'll have a lot of different things. So there's your applications. So here's a list of all of our apps. We have our settings, we have our web browser, and of course our file manager. So you can kind of see this is what these window managers do. They'll kind of stack things up like this. So if I can remember, I have no idea how to actually close those. No, they're everywhere, and I have no idea how to close them all. As I said, I don't actually use these, so I can't remember exactly all the details. I think what it's doing is, up there, let's just go ahead and get rid of the rocks panel there. That's what it did, is it put my close button over the top of the panel. So that's one of the things that you get in here and you tweak your settings and your systems. These are very good when you spend the time to learn how to use them. So over here, we have applications. So we have basic tools inside of this. So USB Maker, we have the kernel updater. So if you did want to go for a new kernel, we have this. So system is not live USB. Okay, so apparently we can't do anything with that, because we're not a live USB. Okay, ISO snapshots. This is going to make a snapshot of your system. So if you wanted to create an ISO image, you can do that. We have command line. We have chroot rescue. There's a package manager. Under our accessories, we just have some of the basic accessories that you might need. We do have CD burners. Here's other desktops. Let's see if that give us okay, yeah, so this actually gives us the ability to choose individual desktops there as well. Games, we have DOSBox emulator, nice. We do have LibreOffice on here. If I remember correctly, I think LibreOffice is version 6.1. We'll go ahead and boot it up. So we have HexChat, GFTP, Clausmail. We have SMTube, Poor Man's Radio Player, nice, MPV, a couple different extra YouTube videos. Let's go ahead and boot up a LibreOffice, see which version we have here. Our applications, also under preferences. We'll get into the preferences in a second. All right, so about LibreOffice. So we are at 6.1. Let's see if our spelling checker works. Looks like our spelling checker is working. We do not have our extra plugins, though, for things like your synonyms and things like that, but that's okay. That's probably something we can work with. Now, other things that we have under our applications, under our preferences, we have additional drivers. So we do have a driver utility tool. So if you are fighting with different hardware, you do have the additional drivers. We have an ad blocker, which I believe is configured by default, I think. Let's have a look. I think that's what the developer said it was configured. I guess not. So let's go ahead and just crank all these guys on, turn these on. And usually what this is doing is it's adding settings and options into the hosts file to block ads on the host file level. So that's very cool to have that as well. We have firewall configurations, just a variety of other tools as well. All right, so the area where here's various themes. So there's so many different theming options you can pick. So you can see that we're at Clearview Blue Medium is what we have. And the last place is really where we have our, I got to find it now. Let's just go into our control center. All right. So inside of our AntiX control center, this is where we have a lot of the power. So we have font scaling DPI. We can customize what the look and the feel of everything looks like. So here's all these different options here. I actually really like the way it looks out of the box. I think it's pretty sweet looking. So I'm going to keep it where it is. We can change our widgets. We can change all of our color schemes. So you can use a customized color style. I think you can. Should be able to. Oh, it's not available without X Session as a session manager. All right. We have to turn on the X Session Manager. Here's our icons, mouse cursors. So you'll see that it's not the most user-friendly. That's actually okay. This is not necessarily designed. If you're new to Linux, you don't want to be running this. It is an excellent distro if you're familiar with it, or if you're trying to learn more about under the hood. So here is your default application. So what is your default terminals, web browsers? You'll see that everything here uses these desktop files. So if you wanted to change these, you got to find those desktop files. And that is that one list that we had on the Rocks panel at the top. We can also edit our Conky Manager. So this is going to open this guy up. So if you want to change, for example, the position where it's at, you can comment this out. Let's do maybe bottom left. And as soon as you save it, it should reset. And that should move it. So there it is. It has moved. I actually really liked it where it was, though. So let's go ahead and just put it back there. And then you can go in and you can change your color themes and stuff like that. All right. We have under our system, we have a package manager as well. So we have the full Synaptic over here. We also have, I think, the package installer. This one is your manage popular one. So if you're kind of new to Linux, this is probably the one you want to go to first, where you can come in here and you can look for things under an individual category. So under browsers, we have Firefox ESR. So the gray means it's already installed. We do have the ability to install Google Chrome if you're that brave. We do have WaterFox. We have Chromium, several other browsers here as well. So it's actually cool to see a distro with so many browsers available. Here's your audio. So this is giving us all of a variety of just different tools. So if you wanted to install a full desktop manager, you can go ahead and do that. Excuse me, a desktop environment. I said manager for some reason. All right, email. We don't have Evolution here, but my guess is we can install it under, we can probably install it under Synaptic is my guess. Or just under the terminal. Okay, there's some kernels. Here's LaTeX if you want to install LaTeX. So you can see that we have a very nice player here in terms of the package installer. So the manage packages is your full Synaptic. Your package installer is just this individual, the most popular packages that you have. Here's a startup services. Okay, so we can come in here and choose our startup services. And this is changing our startup level. Let's just quit that one there. Hit Q to quit that one. Here's your network tools. Here's your shares, individual sessions. So here's your live USB maker, image partitioner. So it's a lot of tools inside of here. A very nice setup overall. If you want to get started on Windows managers, I would absolutely say this is going to be your best place to start out. So they just have so many settings, so many options. The installer is just perfect. And everything else in here is just very nice. Of course, the only issues you're really going to have are the fact that it's a Windows manager and not a full desktop environment. That may throw some people for a loop. Oh, look at that. Windows 95. This is, oh God, this is, we liked this stuff back in the days. Man, we had problems, didn't we? Anyway, there is AntiX as a very quick look, just the install it, a walk through some of the basic settings. And let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. All right, let's see. Yeah, it brought me, I went to hit the shutdown and it brought me back to the login screen, so that's exciting. So let's go ahead and get logged into this guy again and try and shut it down for real this time. Yeah, I don't see an actual shutdown. There's restarts, sleep mode, lock workstation, and log out. How do I shut this thing down? All right, terminal. There we go. We shut it down with the terminal. How's that? Why is shutdown not in the menu? Any AntiX users out there? Did I miss it? I mean, is it there? I don't know. All right. Anyway, hello if you jumped on recently. Let's see. I did not leave where I was. Yes, we're looking at AntiX. All right. Yes, AntiX is very portable. Very portable. Pizza. How's it going, Pizza? I did not see a persistence configure there. Is there one? Serge, you probably know. Do you think that iOS is safer, more private than Android? Stock, absolutely. iOS has easier to configure privacy settings. They have both granular and master control buttons, and when you say don't track, they actually don't track. iOS, if you're not going to modify your device, iOS is way better to use for privacy. If you are going to mod your system, so using something like Lineage or another custom ROM, then Android is better to run because you can do a lot of things under the hood with Lineage to block connections and connect to Tor networks and things like that. So if you're modding, Android is better because you can mod it better. If you're not modding, iOS is better. Just good luck with their devices. Block Linux lets you boot off USB on computers that don't support it. Nice. What's wrong with systemd? I have never heard a compelling argument that made me not like systemd. So I can't tell you. If there's somebody here who has a legitimate concern with systemd, please let me know. So Salient VM. Yes. Am I running Salient there? I think that might be actually have Salient on it. I'm not sure if it does or not. Does it have Salient? Let me have a look at it. Yes, it actually does have Salient on it. Look at that. Give me my mouse back. Thank you. All right. MX right now. Certain it doesn't have systemd. I believe they give you a choice during installation. Yes. MX, you can enable systemd if you wish. So by default, it's disabled. AntiX is anti-systemd. Yep. Anti-capitalistia. Nice. That's pretty cool. You're going to have some problems. STLUFTWM. All right. So yes, I do actually. Salient is on. I have a couple different test machines. I usually use the third one down for testing stuff. Yeah, Salient looks pretty cool. I gotta say, Salient looks pretty sweet. Let's see. I have an ancient laptop that installed AntiX on because it couldn't put anything else on it, but I hardly ever use it for anything. Sits in the corner showing a photo of a train station as its welcome screen. There you go. Well, you should power it off if you're not using it. You know, save a little bit of power. Probably work well with a netbook. AntiX doesn't really sound like something you'd want to rely on. I don't see why not. I mean, AntiX is it's a pretty solid distro to my understanding. I don't see a reason why it is not reliable. Setup is indeed nice. Yep. AntiX.org, but hey, you know. Switch back to Debian. Persistence using AntiX in a VM be to generate a new ISO, maybe? Well, I just didn't see an option to create one. So if I were to actually put it on a USB drive and create something with it, that might be something to do, but I'd want to see it. Systemd is the devil. Present your case. You have a case to present your case why it's the devil. I have not seen any reason why I shouldn't use Systemd. Circa 2005 single core machine works great. Very good. Oh, just kidding. All right. Hello, my friend. With the, is that Korean language? Not sure. The desktop environment doesn't look comfortable. It's not a desktop environment. That's why. It's a Windows Manager. So Windows Manager is a different it's a different configuration. It's highly configurable. You can set up to do exactly what you want it to do. They are designed for if you're building up a system specifically for it. They are actually infinitely faster, infinitely better on resources. So they're very good. They just have a much higher learning curve. So it's not a full desktop environment. And that's, you know, it's cool. It's a nice system. It's not my preference because the desktop environments are what I prefer to use. So, you know, that's okay. But let's see, for XFCE, make that look really nice. Yep. Oh, hey, no problem with the typos, man. For Deepin DEE, all right. Yeah, I like Deepin for me. It's interesting, but it loses its novelty fast. I think that's why I'm not a huge fan of Deepin overall. But it's not horrid. I just find that it gets annoying in the novelty. Once the novelty wears off, I don't know. I don't know. Something about Deepin that I just don't like. I actually have it on my Arch system, although I usually run my Arch system on Cinnamon these days. I have Deepin, Cinnamon, and GNOME on this one right now. I should probably change it, do something else with it. I don't know. All right. Let's see. We're at 38 minutes in. I don't have any other topics. I think what we'll go ahead and do is we're going to hop off here because I have a big day in doing that next video for tomorrow. We're going to be looking at web browsers and privacy and what you can do to help out. Basically, we're not going to be doing a full-fledged, like, this is the tutorial how to do it. We're just going to be walking through some general concepts and giving you some resources to study on your own. So that's kind of where we're going tomorrow. With that, let's see. Is there a kitty around here? Kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty. See if we get a kitty. I think I hear pitter-patter. Do I hear pitter-patter or potty-potty? Kitty, kitty. Hi. Want to come up for some kitty treats? Want to come for some kitty treats? Come on. Come up for some kitty treats. Come on. Brought to you by Tim now. Come on. Come on. Come on, buddy. You gotta jump. Come on. Do it. Jump. Jump, kitty. Jump. Jump. Just like you're still in my chair every day. Come on. There you go. Good boy. Now let's go ahead and turn my kitty cam on to feed the kitty mode. All right, buddy. You ready? You ready? There you go. There you go. Oh, we got the paw action. Get it. Yeah, you got it. Here's another one. Ouch. He bit my finger. Right here. Right here. Over here. Are they finger licking good, buddy? Huh? Are they finger licking good? Do you want to hang out a little bit? Or do you just want to moon everybody? You want to moon everybody? Giving everybody a full moon, huh? Giving everybody a full moon. Huh. Gosh. All right. All right, there we are. Can I have my mouse? Here, you can have the. Here, you can have the kitty pad. There you go. You can have the kitty pad. Just give me the mouse. All right, this is now called the kitty pad, by the way. It's not a mouse pad, it's a kitty pad. Good day, thank you. Have a good day, everyone. All right, let's see. Look at their bookmarks on Firefox. Oh, boy. Like what do you mean bookmarks on Firefox? Like on their, like pre-built on their things, or what are you talking about? Give me clarity. Give me clarity. I need clarity. Let me boot it. Do I have to boot this thing back up here and have a look? All right, let's see. Burn the Computer Geek, greetings. Oh, yes, you've been here. Hello, Temptations. Hello. All right. Yes, were you tempted, Kitty? Were you tempted? Kitty was tempted. He's like, yep. All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Alex, let me know what you're talking about there. I want to look into it. But otherwise, we will talk to you guys later. We'll be back for our next added bookmarks to links. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and boot this up. Let's have a look together. Let's go back in AntiX and let's have a look. Desktop view. There we are. All right. Let's have a look. Not sure why it's not booting me in full screen, but okay, web browser. Bookmarks. Okay, Mozilla, Anticapitalista. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, let me go ahead and boot this guy. Let me get this guy full screen for us. I'm going to go ahead and restart the recording. All right, so we are back to AntiX, and this was actually something that was very interesting. Somebody in the comments here, Alex, said in the comments here, said, AntiX is communist. Just look at their bookmarks on Firefox. So if you caught the live show, you know I did not do anything here. We just booted this guy back up. We just finished recording the video on this, so I said, all right, let's go ahead and have a look. So now Anticapitalista, I believe, is the username of one of the main developers. We have links to a variety of, now this is a, this Greek, I'm guessing. I mean, I can read like Koine Greek, but not that quickly. We have Democracy Now! We have Counterpunch. New left review. Monthly review. Independent Socialist magazine. Lenin's Tomb. Jews Sans Frontier. Anti-Zionist blog. The Angry Arabs News Service. The Marxist Internet Archive. Noam Chomsky's website info. And Radical Philosophy. Well, that pretty much does it for me for AntiX. Any questions? I think that we know exactly what we need to do with this guy here. Did I get that wrong? All right. Oh, wait. I forgot my slash. Great. It's built up its defenses. It's not letting me kill it. Oh well. We have other ways to make it die. Bye-bye. Pretty much does it for me. When you want to start doing, like, that's not questionable. That's just it. Yeah. Interesting. Bye. Thank you, Alex, for that. Yeah, there was no question in my mind at this point. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. Wow. Wow, that's exciting. Fascinating. Well, that kind of wraps up today's show. Have fun? All right, guys. We'll catch you later. Thanks for that, Alex. That was totally cool. Does the distro monitor what you're typing to keep you safe? That's the socialist way. Yeah. Exciting. All right, guys. We'll catch you later. Have yourselves a bummer of a day.